I'm back. Yeah. Why is it so dark in here? Oh, sunglasses. I don't know. I just got back from a trip to see my family in Ohio, and whilst I was there, I picked up some movies. On the trip, we stopped at a few locations, first being the Christmas Story house. So while there, they did have like the actual movie and the sequel, My Summer Story, on DVD, no less, but a little overpriced. And I wanted some sort of souvenir, so I did see this, The Untold Christmas Story. So it's like a little documentary about the making of the movie, I suspect. I haven't watched it just yet. I mean, I just got back. So that's the first one. And let's see here. Dropped it. It was in perfect mint condition with so much. Anyways. A couple days later, the place I was staying at, Airbnb, they're having like a, not town-wide, but like a neighborhood-wide like yard sale kind of thing. So I went around, went to a couple of them, and the first one I went to had a pretty interesting selection of movies. So we have something I'm vaguely aware about, Action Point. I believe it's about a comedy about that action park with Johnny Knoxville. So for $1, couldn't really complain, and it has the Blu-ray DVD and the digital code actually works, so that was pretty cool. Next up, the original one I remember seeing at the video store when I was a kid and just being like kind of perplexed, like, what is that, and intrigued. But I got the two sequels, so Book of Babes, Bear Winch 2. So I got this, and this weird little jewel case, like an elongated CD case. So I got that, and the next one, the third one, I probably shouldn't show the back, but you know, for $1, kind of weird oddity, directed by Jim Wynorski, which I've seen a few of his movies. I don't know the titles off the hand, kind of doing this in spur of the moment, but glad to have them. They didn't have the first one, so I'm assuming someone took it, maybe thinking it was a Blair Witch Project, so that'd be kind of amusing, their reaction. And the next one, Prehistoric Women, 1950s. I've seen like 1 Million BC, which is the better version of it, but I think this is some kind of schlock movie for the 50s. I'll watch this first, but again, for $1, add it to the collection. A lot of these are meant for like the shelf I have over there, just to kind of fill it out. Mainly VHS tapes, old DVDs of mine, so just give it some more pizzazz. Next place I went to, a favorite of mine, at least the second one, Samurai Cop, Hollywood Cop. I haven't seen this movie. I'm sure it's on Tubi, but I had to get it. Oddly enough, they had two copies of it. The first copy in a slightly better case, but the disc was completely just wrecked, so got the second copy. I'm assuming that's why they got two copies, because they messed up the first one, but Hollywood Cop. Next up, got some Blu-rays for a couple bucks each, and I like collecting the Halloween movies, different versions of them, and I already had this copy, and I assumed it was the exact same thing, but you know, the original release on Blu-ray, you got the back. If this is out of focus, I'll have some B-roll of me holding these things. But I was delighted to find out that a sturdier case. I have the original one right here, or not the original, but the one I bought a year or two ago. Flimsy case, kind of whatever. But on the inside, you get some, not reversible art, but some internal art. You know, got old Mikey right there. And a little pamphlet with, this is Anchor Bay release, so some now rare Blu-ray, especially that Dawn of the Dead. So, but glad I have it. Nice little alternate edition. And then next up, it's right there. A fun one. I watched this once, I think last October, enjoying some tasty beverages. Return to House on Haunted Hill. I loved the first one. Second one, from what I remember, it was kind of meh. But the cool thing about this is it's like a choose-your-own adventure. It has like 96 different storylines. So I'll probably watch this in a party setting, just kind of futzing around with like the different timelines. So I'm glad I got this. It even has like a little how-to manual, like a video game. Anyways, next. I have watched this a while ago, Eli Roth's Hostel. I haven't seen any of the other ones, but... And I'm not too big on like torture porn movies, horror movies. But I figured I should get this. $2, can't complain. I'll watch it again. I remember being enjoyable, but kind of rough. Now, this is like 6-7 years ago when I last watched it. Next up, we went to a antique store, And I'll poke in like antique stores, thrift stores, see if there's any cool VHSs. This place was kind of a dry run for most of it until I found, not really horror, but Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. And to my knowledge, this is not available in the domestically in the States. Like I think there's a Blu-ray in the UK or something like that. But I typically don't watch VHSs, but I'll actually watch this. So I'm kind of excited to see what it is, because I don't really know what this is. But yeah, got that. Actually pretty decent condition. Next up, last day of the trip, I struck gold. We were out and about in like an uptown kind of area, and I wandered away, and I found this not thrift store, The Exchange, which is, I don't think it's in California, but games, movies, whole bunch of stuff, and I found a cool variety of movies. I'm just awkward. It's just how it is. First off, since I ended with a VHS, the last one, I found Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. When looking for VHSs, I don't really find any like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Actually, the first VHS when I started collecting, the last couple of years, it was Halloween, the Blockbuster one. But since then, nothing. I struck gold a couple months ago, finding Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, but I can never find like the classic slashers, so I had to get this. It was only like $8, so I got that guy. I'm running out of room here. And then back to Halloween. Even though I have this through like the collections, and like I think the 4K disc is this as well, but the 35th anniversary, I want it. I actually really like this art, and I still want the digibook version, but I want to say it does come with a booklet, which is probably what the contents of the digibook is. So I'm happy that I got this. Looks good on the shelf, even though I already have like the disc and whatnot, but it's more about the physical thing. I need the physical thing. Let's put that there. And on the Halloween note again, I have, that was dumb. This Good Times edition of Halloween 2, which is kind of a janky edition, which I kind of like those weird janky editions. I love the Halloween 6 imagery in the back, but I had to get this. There's a Halloween 3 version of this that I want, and I'm not gonna go online if I see it. Like, it's one of those older movie formats, DVDs, whatnot. I don't really want to buy them used online. It's the fun of the hunt at like thrift stores, yard sales to get them. But I have to get that. Also Halloween one right there. There is like a snapper case edition of 2 and 3, which I also want, because I like this. This is Jaws Revenge, also by Good Times. Really not good quality, but it's adorable. I love it. As an example. Put you over here. And, oh, that's not it. The last thing I got, actually went back to the store a couple of times because I was just waiting for friends and family. I saw that they have The Evil Dead, which I own a lot of copies of, Blu-rays, 4Ks, but I think there are no Blu-ray, like Blu-ray and above, it's like the edited version of the movies, like George Lucas version, whatever. So like errors are taken out, and because of that, they removed one of the commentaries which would point out those errors. So I had to get this. It's actually in really nice condition, like it's really clean, and this is like a decade or two old. But I had to get this. I put it in just to confirm that it did have, like, on the bridge scene, I'll show like a bit of B-roll right here, but you see one of the production crew, I don't know, I forget names. Someone that wasn't supposed to be there. In the later versions on 4K, Blu-ray, whatever, they're removed. So glad I have this. I will definitely be checking out the commentary that points all this out. And also, it comes with a little booklet too. So I'll check that out. But that's about it. I'm going kind of long here. This is going to take like half a decade to upload on my terrible internet. But yeah, nice little collection of things while out and about. But I also happened to get, while at the Christmas Story house, get over here, and I saw My Summer Story. They had the DVD, 20 bucks, like it's too much. But on Amazon, there is a Blu-ray by Olive Films. Yes. So I picked that up. I've never seen this movie, I only know bits and pieces, like a sequel. It's based off like the writings of Gene Shepard. I should be more prepared, but it's fine. got that. Got this. Really excited. I'll watch this in the making of Christmas Story then, until Christmas Story shortly. And also, since I was on a Bob Clark kick, and this came out about October-ish last year, but it's really overpriced, but now it's a little cheaper. I got Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things on 4K, so I'm excited to check this as well. I watched a little bit on like Amazon Prime a while ago, and it was a really terrible copy. So I'm excited to watch this on 4K Blu-ray. Anyways, thank you for listening to my ramblings, and that's about it for right now. I will be getting my Vinegar Syndrome Halfway Black Friday box soon, so expect me to awkwardly talk about those movies shortly. And around here will be like cards for other things. People like that pumpkin video, so maybe I'll do more stuff. I'm just going to keep on rambling. Oh, I have a garden going on. I'll have a video about that. So a pumpkin garden. Oh guys, it's going to take so long to upload. Having bad internet's terrible. Or at least upload internet. I broke my sunglasses. Good thing they're cheapos.